The BTS situation is actually embarrassing because why are some of you still babying grown men in their 30s? Namjoon and Hobi attended a Chris Brown concert, and somehow parts of ARMY are saying, I don't care, others are saying, just because they went doesn't mean they support Chris Brown. Be serious. Chris Brown has a well-documented history of violence, including the 2009 assault of Rihanna, along with other serious controversies. So yes, people are going to question why two grown men with massive platforms would publicly associate themselves with him. Nobody is saying attending a concert automatically proves everything someone believes. But acting like people aren't allowed to be uncomfortable with it is ridiculous. And the black women and women of color defending BTS this hard? That genuinely shocks me, especially when some of you constantly talk about supporting women and standing against violence toward women. But suddenly all those principles disappear when it's BTS you're defending. Who cares? It's just a concert. Stop being dramatic. Girl, stand up. And then ARMY are attacking other ARMY for leaving the fandom because they're disappointed in BTS? Come on, if someone no longer wants to support an artist because of their choices, that's their decision. You don't get to bully people into staying in a fandom. And please stop infantilizing BTS. These are grown men in their 30s. They have careers, influence, experience, and the ability to make their own decisions. They don't need ARMY acting like they're lawyers every time they get criticized. You can't constantly tell everyone BTS are mature, intelligent adults, then suddenly treat them like clueless children whenever they make a questionable decision. And the selective outrage is crazy too. Y'all had energy for BTS canceling the Grammys, but somehow when it comes to Chris Brown, suddenly nobody wants to have standards. And no, I'm not going to say BTS have never apologized, because that's simply not true. They've apologized for certain controversies before, but past apologies don't mean they're permanently immune from criticism. You can love BTS, you can stream BTS, you can be ARMY, but you don't have to defend every single thing they do. If someone leaves the fandom because their values no longer align with BTS, let them leave. Stop cursing them out. Stop calling them fake fans. Stop babying grown men. BTS are not toddlers. ARMY are not their lawyers, and criticism is not hate. At some point, maybe stop protecting your parasocial attachment and start being honest. And let's be even more honest. Some of you aren't defending BTS because you genuinely believe nothing was wrong. You're defending them because admitting they made a questionable choice would force you to accept that the people you've spent years idolizing aren't above criticism. That's the difference. Being a fan doesn't mean surrendering your morals at the door. And the they can support whoever they want argument? Sure, they're adults. Nobody is physically stopping them from making their own choices. But if you're going to celebrate their freedom to make that choice, then you also have to accept that other people have the freedom to criticize it. You can't demand freedom for BTS and censorship for everyone else. And please stop acting like leaving the fandom is some kind of betrayal. People supported BTS for years. They streamed, bought albums, defended them, attended concerts, promoted their music, and helped build the career you're so proud of. If those same people decide they're uncomfortable with something and walk away, you don't get to rewrite their entire history as fans. Fake ARMY, never supported them, just an anti. No, sometimes people simply reach their limit. And honestly, the fact that some of you are more angry at the people leaving than at the situation itself says a lot. You're more concerned about protecting the image of the fandom than actually listening to why people are upset. That's backwards. And to the people saying BTS don't owe you anything, correct. But you don't owe them your support either. That's the part you keep forgetting. An artist can make whatever decision they want. And a fan can decide, I'm not supporting this anymore. Both things can be true. So stop acting like BTS need to be protected from consequences. They're grown men. Let them make their choices. Let people react. Let people leave. And maybe, just maybe, stop treating criticism of BTS like a personal attack on your own identity. Because if someone's saying, I don't support what they did, feels like an attack on you. That's something you need to examine within yourself, not something the person criticizing BTS needs to apologize for. At the end of the day, BTS will survive. The question is whether some of you can survive without defending them.